Have you ever reconnected with someone you used to be in love with after so many years? And then, after a few conversations with them, you ask yourself, was I in love with the person who asked or things like this? Was I really in love or was I blind? Story time. And no, this is not one of my fake stories. This is my story. I met this boy in secondary school, very calm and sweet, playful, loyal, amazing, great guy, or so it seemed. We became really good friends, just friends. We would gossip together, share jokes, laugh about everything. We had such an incredible bond as friends. Even after school, we would continue our conversations over the phone all through the night. We used our multi-links phone, so it was free calls at midnight. If you know, you know. The younger generation might not get it. This went on for as long as we were in secondary school together. As a matter of fact, we found out that our moms knew each other and they have known each other for a very long time. He even showed me a very embarrassing photo of myself as a toddler, which he found with his mom at the time. He would jokingly threaten to show the rest of the class and I would beg him not to. I remember writing notes for him because I used to love writing. We had such a beautiful friendship, I must say. So fast forward to when we got into the university. Yes, we attended same university. He asked me out, and even though I hesitated at first, I eventually accepted. That was my first relationship. At first, I was uncomfortable, but eventually it felt right. I became very comfortable. He made me feel safe and seen. Yes, we were young, but we were old enough. Our relationship was beautiful. It was peaceful, healthy, and interesting. Our families knew about it. It seemed pretty serious. We showed up for each other. We were intentional about each other until one semester he had just resumed as I resumed before him. Things were different between us. He was avoiding me, and that was very strange. I was wondering what went wrong. Every time I brought it up, he would dismiss me by saying he was busy. I knew something was off, but I needed to be sure what it was. So after a while, he eventually graced me with his presence. And then I activated FBI mode, checked his phone and found exactly what I was looking for. Apparently, he was seeing someone else. Actually, it wasn't just one person, there were others. But the focus was on that one person because she seemed to be the main one. Matter of fact, they were already living together or more. I don't think I can explain how I felt at the time. First breakfast served, very hot and spicy. I didn't say anything, didn't know how to react, plus I wasn't a confrontational person, so I let him go. And then I sent him a breakup message because cheating was and still is a deal breaker for me. I mean, we had talked about this before. His response shocked me. He texted back saying, I didn't cheat on you. What you saw was not what it seemed. I never thought a day would come when you would break up with me. But since you have broken up, so be it. Everywhere first blur. Not like I wanted to resolve, but my expectation was that he would at least take responsibility and show some remorse. But he showed zero accountability and then went ahead to play the victim. He told everyone that cared to listen that I saw a message on his phone. I didn't ask him for explanation, when in reality, he was happy I did. He said I just broke up. But actually, it was very obvious that nigga was very happy. It felt like a relief that I broke up because he just really wanted to be free. He wasn't into me anymore, and that was very obvious. He even told my mom that he has been apologizing, but I wouldn't listen to him. I didn't even debunk the lies. A few of my friends knew the truth, and that was enough. All I wanted to do was move on. And oh my God, it was hard. It was so painful, especially as we were still in uni. People who knew us together would ask of him. Others would tell me they saw him with someone else, trying to find out if we were still together or not. You know what's funny? That someone else was the same person whose messages I saw, the same person that already moved in with him. He was now very public about her. Anyways, that was how I got served my first breakfast. It was hard, but I definitely moved past it. I forgave him, even without him asking. I genuinely let it go. After uni, we reconnected a few times, not as lovers or friends, but just as two adults who had a cordial relationship. We had both moved on, and then we just reconnected, had a chat, and all of that, and that was it. On few occasions, actually. And then again, we lost contact. You may want to find out what happened next. So stay with me, don't go anywhere. I've got you. Many years have now passed and we reconnected yet again, and this is where the story takes a beautiful turn. A mutual friend of ours reached out to me to ask for my consent to share my contact with him, and of course I said yes. I mean, we were in a good place the last time we spoke. No bad blood, no bad energy, so why not? He reached out to me and we talked again for the first time after so many years. But this time, he sounded different. I had a different impression of him. He was bragging over the most mundane things, told a couple of lies here and there that were very obvious by the way. And in that moment, I began to rethink my past decisions. How was I in love with someone like this? Yeah, I know that was over a decade ago, but still, I was ashamed on his behalf. Exhibiting low self-esteem before someone who has never made you feel inferior or look down on you is so unnecessary. This nigga was bragging over things like pie trading, as in pie. I don't think pie is widely listed on major exchanges right now. Honestly, this is not an attempt to belittle his grind, but he was actually bragging. Not like he was just telling me. He was trying to give up the energy that he's doing very well. And the funny thing is, this was our first conversation in so many years, talking about how he trades properties and all. As in, nothing lead to career talk, you just begin brag. Anyways, moving forward, most of the things he talked about were things that happened over a decade ago, mostly in our undergraduate days, almost as if those were his only highlights. I got bored and stopped indulging him. Not completely, but I had to because it became worse over time. He kept trying to keep up the conversations, but it wasn't just it for me because when I permitted our mutual friend to give him my phone number, no one prepared me for this. I thought I was just reconnecting with someone I used to know, specifically because the last time we spoke, it was cordial between us. We kept it respectful and mature, and I was expecting the same energy or even better. Even though I tried to respectfully give him a distance, he kept coming close, and that's because he had a mission. What was his mission? Stay with me, you'll find out. First thing he did was to ask me for financial help. He asked for a loan of 500k. I mean 500,000 naira. In my head, I just laughed and said to myself, now you dey talk. No waste my time, go straight to the point. He said he had invested all his money and was in need of a loan, blah, blah, blah. Deep down, bro, we both know there's no investment anywhere. You're just one of those people that think once a person travels outside the country, they have everything put together and can afford to throw money around. That was why you suddenly wanted to reconnect with me. Very funny, dude. This story has not ended. It's only just begun. I'll be giving you the full gist in my next video. All you have to do is stick with me. And on that note, I say thank you very much for watching my video until the end. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And your comments are most welcome. So until next time.